What's up, everybody? It's Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from the road. Still getting some beers in here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have a show tomorrow in Albuquerque. And at the beginning of this tour, or midway through this tour, we had a little bit of a break because of Ozzy's funeral. And we had to spend about 6 days in Foxborough, Massachusetts. And while I was there, went to a couple different stores, picked up some different 4-packs. And the next beer I have up here is a beer that I picked up there in a 4-pack. And this beer is called Laser Kitten IPA. It's from Medusa Brewing Company out of Hudson, Massachusetts. And I'm sure if you're a follower or a fan of my channel, you know why I bought it. Because it's got a kitten or a cat right on the can there. So of course, as soon as I saw it, I had to buy it. So, Medusa Brewing Laser Kitten IPA is 6% alcohol, 16 fluid ounces. No IBUs listed, no IBUs on Untapped. It's an American India Pale Ale, brewed and packaged by Medusa Brewing Company. And this says, interesting, it says Framingham, Massachusetts, but Untapped says it was Hudson, Massachusetts. So I don't know if it's actually from Hudson or Framingham. Either way, it's from Massachusetts. On the back of the can it says, Laser Kitten IPA, catnip for hopheads. Laser Kitten IPA arrives at a more crushable ABV than its imperial strength sibling Laser Cat, while packing plenty of Galaxy, Citra, and Mosaic hops for an intense citrusy fruity punch. Enjoy our beer. Visit us online at medusabrewingcompany.com for brewery info, draft offerings, and events. Here's looking at you, Medusa Brewing Company. So with all those hops and things, I'm sure this is a beer that Rajopoulos would probably enjoy. And there's a date on it, February 19th of 2025. And I bought this at the end of July. So that's been sitting in the beer shelf for quite a while. At least I pulled this one, if I remember correctly, out of a cooler. So I believe it was in a cooler the whole time. Hopefully it's still good, because it is now August 30th. So we're looking at 6 months old for an IPA. So hopefully it's still good. We're going to find out, right? It's always an adventure buying beers from random beer stores. So on Untapped, this gets a 3.77 with 4.6 thousand check-ins. Beer Advocate gets an 87 very good with 35 check-ins. Once again, I'm pouring it into my iconic plastic cup. And try not to knobhead pour it, but try not to take 10 years to pour it either. Get a good mix of both. I'm getting lots of fruity scents right now, just sitting here. So we'll get a nose on it. Big tropical fruit. Yeah, lots of tropical fruit. Wow, I finally dipped my beak in. It's been a little while since I dipped my beak in the head. Color in this pour, hotel lighting. Kind of an orangey color. Even the head is kind of like an orange tinged head. Big giant fisheye bubbles floating around in some like mousse-like creamy head. And when I hold it up to this hotel lighting, I can see a few chunks floating in there. I'm ready to get into this. I'm sure this is a beer that Rajopoulos can get. If you can get it, I'd like to see you review it if you haven't reviewed it already. Cheers, everybody. So I don't know if the age is a factor in this, but there is a little bit of maltiness to the beer, and it's not as hoppy as I expected. There's fruity citrus hops. There's a sweetness to it. Good bittering on the back end. It's kind of mouth coating, but the hop flavors are somewhat subdued. Now again, this can, February, I pulled it out of a cooler, if I remember correctly, and it went right into the little beer fridge we have in the back of the bus because I wanted to review it. So it stayed cold the whole time, but I think it does have some age on it, unfortunately. And once again, I didn't look at the bottom of the can when I bought it. Just said, oh cool, here's a local beer, it's got a cat on it, I gotta buy it. With all that being said, still a tasty beer. Very tasty. crushable IPA. 6% alcohol, don't notice it at all. Still a delicious beer. I give us a big horns up. Love seeing the cat on the cam. Love the catnip reference. Medusa Brewing, my first beer from you. It's a great beer. I do remember drinking, this is the last one out of the 4-pack. I do remember drinking a couple of them when I first bought them. I think the flavors were a little more present then than they are now. Because again, it's been sitting in the bus beer fridge for, I don't know, 3-4 weeks, something like that by now. This is still an excellent beer. If you can find this Laser Kitten or the Laser Cat, I'd love to try the Laser Cat from Medusa Brewing. Go pick it up. Check out that brewery. Check out their beers. Thank you all for watching. And as always, embrace the adventure.